All right, here we go. Here's our very first problem. So the first thing we're going to have you do is I want you to locate 5 pi over 6 and touch it with your finger or the pencil point. So you don't have to memorize this. Everybody find 5 pi over 6. It's right here, and put your finger right here. That's step 1. Now you're wondering, what did I do? Here's 5 pi over 6. That's what I did. Now, I now need to locate the sign of 5 pi over 6. Sign is the second number in the ordered pair. So sign is 1/2. So below this, I want you all to write 1/2. 1/2. I've taken care of what is a sign of 5 pi over 6. I'm halfway done with this problem. In front of it, I'm going to write arc sine. Please make sure you're not talking. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is and I'm going to use these two little duckies here to demonstrate. We are going to go all the way around the unit circle, and we're going to find every spot that has a sign. That's the second number in the ordered pair. We're going to find every number that has a positive 1/2. So watch with me. Ready? There's a positive 1/2. It's the second number, which is the sign. I'm going to put a duck here. I'm going to keep going. Okay, there's another positive 1/2. It's the second number. I'm good. Okay? Can I have, for those that are in front of me, can I have a thumbs up or thumbs down if you understand there's only 2 spots that have a positive 1/2? Okay, great. Now, can you wait till I get done? Now I want you to look back up here. Everybody find sign. My answer can only land in the shaded region. Which duck, I know it sounds silly, but which duck, the yellow or the green, lands in the shaded region? It's the green. What's the answer? Pi over 6, problem done. Okay. Yes, Sergio, do you have a question, or can we do a few more first? Okay, that's all right. Come back to it. Okay, we only did one problem. We got a lot left. We're going to do tangent last, so let's do this next sign one. I want everybody to find, this is the first thing you're going to find. So there's 3 steps. First thing is go to the unit circle and locate where this is located. So everybody find 11 pi over 6. So literally you're like circling around, here's 11 pi over 6. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to locate what is the sign. Now a lot of students are like, what does that mean? So I'm going to look up here as a reminder. Sign is the second number in the ordered pair. The second number in this ordered pair is a negative 1/2. So I come down here and I write in negative 1/2, but I haven't taken the arc sign. So everybody write arc sign in front. Okay, the third thing before I get the answer is I'm going to go all the way around in every spot that has a sign that's negative 1/2. I'm going to place a duck. There's going to be 2 spots. Okay, here we go. So negative 1/2, and it has to be the second number. This would be 1 spot. It has to be the second number, and it has to be a negative 1/2. Here's the second spot. Can I have an honest right now, thumbs up or thumbs down if you've understood how I located those positions?
So it's those 2 numbers, right?
So I have 2 numbers, but only one of them can be the answer. So now how do I decide which one it is? Well, I'm personally taking care of sign right now. So I find the circle up above that talks about sign, and now this is where it gets a little confusing. It can only be in these 2. Does everybody see that? So which color is the duck that I'm going to use? I'm going to use the green one. The green one, right? Because the green one's in these 2 spots. Now this is the only part that's, in my opinion, that's confusing for today. If you tell me the answer is 11 pi over 6, to get to 11 pi over 6, I have to go here, and I have to go all the way around until I hit 11 pi over 6. That's how you get there. You start here, and you go around the track all the way around. But this circle says you could only ever go into these regions. So like I can't go all the way around and then land here because it says these regions I can't go into. What I can do is I can drop down. So I need to drop down this far. What is this equivalent to? It's equivalent to 30 degrees. So I'm dropping down 30. What's 30 also equivalent to? Pi over 6. So I'm going to come over here and write pi over 6. And does anybody remember when we go backwards, what do I put in front? A negative sign. Done. When you drop down, you put a negative sign in front. We're going to do all of the tangents last. So we're going to come over to this cosine. Can everybody please locate the cosine of 2 pi over 3? Locate the cosine of 2 pi over 3. Okay, here's 2 pi over 3. That's step 1. For those that are looking at me like, why did she choose 2 pi over 3? That's this value right here. Second, I want to know what is the cosine. Cosine is the first number. So the first number at this angle is a negative 1/2. So this is where you're showing your work. Literally just this, negative 1/2. Okay, now I'm going to look around the circle, and anywhere I see a cosine that's negative 1/2, I'm going to place a duck. So negative 1/2 in the first value. There's a negative 1/2. There's another negative 1/2. So they both have, if you're looking, they both have a negative 1/2 for the cosine value. The cosine is the first one. We're not looking at sine. How do I know which one it is? Whether is it the yellow one or is it the green one? Cosine can only occur in the first two quadrants, which would be the green duck. So my answer is 2 pi over 3. 2 pi over 3. We are going to skip this one and come back to it later. I know that this is a little too light. Can you please write in cosine of 7 pi over 6? Okay, cosine of 7 pi over 6. So can everybody please locate for me 7 pi over 6? Find 7 pi over 6. 7 pi over 6 is right here. Now, what do I do with that? I want to know what is the cosine. So, okay, gotcha. I want to know what is the cosine. Cosine is the first number, so it is negative square root of 3 over 2. Make sure you're paying attention, Alex. So in this position, negative square root of 3 over 2. Joe, what's the next thing I'm going to do? What do I do now? I've located the position. I've located what cosine is there. What do I do next? Do you need some help? Yep. Look on the wheel. That's perfect. The unit circle. And what am I looking for? Cosine? Yep, we're looking for the cosine is negative radical 3 over 2. So cosine is the first number. So I'm literally going all the way around so I see a negative radical 3 over 2 as the first. There's one spot right there. So right there at 150. Keep going. Oh, there's another one. So at 210 and 150 are the two spots that have a negative radical 3 over 2, exactly like what I had. Now for cosine, I'm looking at cosine right over here. Cosine can only be in quadrants 1 and 2. So in this case, I'm only looking at the yellow duck. The yellow duck is at 5 pi over 6. Okay, let's go to the next one. I want you to do another cosine one. Can everybody find 5 pi over 6? 5 pi over 6, please. 5 pi over 6. Yep, 5 pi over 6, and we want to locate the cosine. If you see, I've jumped down here. I've done to this one. Oh, so thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. This is 5 pi over 3. 5 pi over 3. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Orlando. So 5 pi over 3 is right here, and I want to know what is the cosine there. Okay, so the cosine of 5 pi over 3 is the first number. The cosine is 1/2. Nope, if it says sine, we use the second number. And we'll talk about tangent later. So I have a positive 1/2. All right, now we're going to go around that unit circle, or like the wheel Joe said, and we're going to find every spot where the first number, the cosine value, is a positive 1/2. Here we go. Okay, positive 1/2 is right there. Positive 1/2 as the first value. Oops, right here. So I have two spots. Andy, knowing that we are working with cosine, and you look back up at the cosine, arc cosine, which duck, the yellow or the blue, would be the correct answer?
Yellow or pi over 3.
That's right. So we're going to go over to yellow, and that's correct. That's at pi over 3. Okay, are you ready? Can everybody find? We're going to go over to the left. Find pi over 4. We were about 7 problems away from being done with this part before you practice. Find pi over 4 and find the sine. Okay, so I'm going to find pi over 4. Here's pi over 4. Sine is the second value. So the second value at pi over 4 is positive radical 2 over 2. So I'm going to come back here. Positive radical 2 over 2. Okay, now I'm going to go back to that unit circle, and I'm going to look at all places where I see a positive radical 2 over 2. Okay, let's get started. The second number, oh, there's one. Positive radical 2 over 2. Here's the other. It's the second value, and it has to be a positive radical 2 over 2. So I have two places. Now we are talking about sine, in fact, arc sine. So I want to find the arc sine circle, and we can go up to pi over 2 or down to negative pi over 2, but it only can be in quadrants 1 and 4. We can see that the yellow is in 1 and 4. The correct answer is pi over 4. Okay, go ahead. Okay, we're going to get to a little more difficult ones here before we jump into tangent. I want everybody to try to find 7. Go ahead, Andy.
What is a repeated question?
Where's the repeated question? Show me.
Arc sine pi over 4.
I'm looking for it. Did we already do that one up above?
It's like right here. It's like right next to it.
Oh, right here? Because I didn't even realize that, Andy. Sorry. Can everybody find 7 pi? Everybody find 7 pi. There's not a 7 pi that's visible. Does anybody know how to find it? Okay. Okay, watch this. What is it to get over here, guys? Watch this. What is it to get here?
180.
Yep. What's that equivalent to?
30.
Read this. What's the equivalent to? Pi. So there's 1 pi. So half of a circle is 1 pi. What's a full circle? So watch. 1 pi, 2 pi, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So everybody put your finger over here, please. This is the same location as 7 pi. What is the cosine at 7 pi? Okay, let's find it. So if we stop here and cosine is the first number, it is negative 1. So in this position, please write a negative 1. Now, we're going to look around the unit circle. We're looking for the first number in the ordered pair, because that's the cosine. Every place that has a negative 1. Let's check. Negative 1 is the first number. How many places exist? 1. Is that one place, because we're talking about the arc cosine, is that one place located there? Yes. So this goes from 0 all the way to include pi. We only have one answer then. It is pi. So we didn't have 2 different areas, and then we had to decide which one to exclude. Just pi.
So whatever you land on, it would be that answer? Like,
Not always, remember, because we have to find 2 places. And then whatever you land on, we have to make sure, does it land?
yeah, it needs to landed in that shaded area.
Yes. So if you land there first and it's in the shaded region, you're good. Now for sine and tangent, sometimes we have to talk about how it drops down. Yes?
Will it ever have 2 points where they're in the same
No.
shaded area?
So what Andy is saying is, like, for arc cosine, I'm going to make this up. Will there ever be a spot like this where they're both there, and then we're like, well, which one do I choose? No, there'll only be one, because for cosine, there's only going to be positive and negative, sine positive and negative, tangent positive and negative. Great question. Okay, here we go. We're moving on. I want to test you right now on this one. So please find this one. I'm going to give you right now, find this one right here. Only this one. You have 30 seconds. Go. This is arc sine of sine of pi. Okay, so I'm going to find pi. Pi is right here. And then I'm going to ask myself, what's the sine? The sine is the second number, so it's 0. I'm going to put a 0 here. Now, I'm going to look around the circle, in any spot where the sine, the second number is 0, I'm going to put a duck. One's here, and the other one is here. This particular problem is talking about arc sine. So I'm going to look up to the picture that's arc sine. Which duck falls into that region? The green or the yellow? The green. And the green is going to be, we're going to say 0 pi. 0 pi. Why not 2 pi? Because how do you get to 2 pi? You have to go all the way around. And remember, we can't go all the way around because we can't hit these 2. So just 0 pi. Okay, now, what did you say? The answer is just 0 pi. 0 pi. Okay, now I want everybody to try to locate negative 2 pi over 3 and don't do anything more. After this, we only have tangents to do, and then you're ready to practice. Okay, so at this time, I want you to locate where's negative 2 pi over 3. Okay, you ready? So I'm going to find positive 2 pi over 3. Does everybody see positive 2 pi over 3 goes from here up to here? Does everybody see this? Yeah. So I'm going to count, because I get kind of mixed up here. I'm going to count, and I'm going to count within groups of 30 degrees. So watch. 1 over 6, 2 over 6, 3 over 6, 4 over 6. Okay, so to get here, I'd have to go 4 over 6. But I don't want to go to a positive 2 pi over 3. I want to go to a negative. So let's rotate back. 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4. Can everybody put your finger or pencil point on 240? We want to know what is the sign at that point. The sign at 240, the sign is the second number, is negative square root of 3 over 2. Negative square root of 3 over 2. Now I want you to go around the unit circle and I want you to find every spot that has a negative square root of 3 over 2. Every spot that has a negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay, for the sign, that's the second number. There's one, and here's the other. Okay, so let's just talk about which duck is right. We're talking right now for this one, because this is a tough problem. We're talking about arc sine. So look at your arc sine circle. Which duck is right? Is it the green one or the yellow one, so first of all? Yellow. So that part is right, but here's where, like, honestly, 90% of you are going to get this wrong. Why would you turn to somebody around you? Why, if you write 5 pi over 3, even though that's the right location, why would that be wrong? Like, you're understanding so much of this, but why can't it be 5 pi over 3?
Don't you go down and say it's a negative 5?
Because, right, to get to 5 pi over 3, you have to rotate all the way around to here. And for arc sine, that's what we're working on, arc sine. It says, hey, you can't rotate past this. So we're just going to drop down. Let's first talk degrees, because most of you like degrees. How many degrees do I have to drop down to get to this duck? Is it 30, 45, or 60?
30.
And what is 60 equal to? Look up here. What's 60 equal to? Pi over 3. So I'm going to write down pi over 3. But what else do I have to write down since we rotated downwards? A negative. That's really difficult.
Why wouldn't it be just negative 5 pi over 3?
Great question. Because negative 5 pi over 3 would do this, all the way up and around to here. And we can't go in those regions. Okay, you ready? Now, here, you're just negative pi over 3, or 1 pi over 3 if that's how you like to write it. Now, you're going to write some stuff down here that's very pertinent. Okay, ready? Write down exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to try to color code it for you. You ready? Here we go. Write down exactly, very neatly. If you happen to be a sloppy writer, try really hard to write neat right now. Those are square root of 3 over 3. That's a positive 1, yep. Okay, whenever we find the tangent, tangent is always sine divided by cosine. And months ago, we took time to algebraically figure these out. So I'm putting those there at this time. But let's come over here. If I come over here and I write, okay, sine divided by cosine, what's 0 divided by any number? 0. And then over here, 0 divided by negative 1, that's also 0. Here's 1 divided by 0, but remember, you can never have a 0 on the bottom. We call that's undefined, and I'm going to abbreviate. The same thing here. We can't have 0 on the bottom. That's undefined. Ask me. Go ahead, Mello. We're going to do tangent right now. These are all the tangents. And it's going to be the exact same concept we're working with, just tangent.
Are we going to be able to use it on the test?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I like
Okay, are you ready? We're going to get started. Can everybody please locate 7 pi over 6? Locate 7 pi over 6. Okay, it's right here. Now, it says, what is the tangent? So the tangent is this outside number. The tangent is positive square root of 3 over 3. So in this position, I'm going to write positive square root of 3 over 3. Now I'm going to go all the way around the unit circle, and there's going to be two places where I find a positive square root of 3 over 3. I'm going to do that right now for the tangent. It has to be positive. Here's one, and here's the other. You can see them. Here's one, and here's the other. The tangents are on the outside that we just put down. Now we are working right now with arctangent. So which one of these positions, the yellow or the green, would satisfy the arctangent? The yellow. And what is the yellow? It is pi over 6. Problem done. Please find 3 pi over 4. Please find 3 pi over 4. Find 3 pi over 4 and locate the tangent. We are almost done. You guys are paying great attention. You're doing awesome. 3 pi over 4. Okay, let's find it. 3 pi over 4 is right here. What is the tangent there? It is negative 1. So let's come up here and let's write down negative 1. Now I'm going to go all the way around the unit circle, and I'm going to locate every position that has a negative 1 for a tangent. So the tangents are on the outside, negative 1s. Okay, here's one, and here's the other. Kevin, can you share with me, when we're talking about arctangent, is it the green or the yellow that will satisfy this particular problem? Green. The green. And can you explain to me, Casey, why we cannot write down 7 pi over 4, even though that's the location this is at? Can't turn all the way around, so we can only drop down how far, Casey? 45 degrees. That's awesome. It's not 30, it's 45. Alexis, what is 45 degrees as a radian measurement? So this is degrees, and this is called the radian measurement. So 1/4. So I'm going to write down 1/4, which is equivalent to, I got to find where it is. So pi over 4, or 1 pi over 4. And if I just stopped right now, can you tell me, Danny, why that's wrong? For this one right here, I'm supposed to drop down 1 pi over 4. What am I forgetting? The negative sign. Where does the negative go? Top, bottom, middle, doesn't matter as long as there's one negative. I would like you right now to try this problem right here. Try this one right here. Find the tangent of pi. So let's find pi. Find pi. So I'm going to go to pi. Okay, here's pi. What is the tangent? It is what? 0. So let's put 0 in here. Now I'm going to go all the way around the unit circle, and every spot I see 0 for a tangent is going to get a duck. Okay, there's one spot. Here's the other spot. They both have 0. Not undefined, but 0. Now, we're talking about arctangent. It has to be in this region. That would be the green duck for this case. I'm not going to write 2 pi, because 2 pi would mean I'd have to rotate all the way around. I can only stay in this region, which would be 0 pi.